Hi, people. We're with our new dungeon master. Our old one technically didn't show up today. Czar Blandon felt he was too important not to show up.
And it was my first time. It's even ruder.
Yes, I know.
He didn't even come to support me.
And he was supposed to.
And not only that, he's the one who found this game.
Yes, and he's going to be the one that's saying, it's not my fault. I have to be somewhere else I enjoy better than this game. Because I hate you all.
It just makes me cry.
It should.
But we played the greatest game ever. Or at least the best role-playing game. Sonic the Hedgehog the Unofficial RPG.
I thought you were talking about D&D.
Huh?
You said the best game ever. I thought you were talking about D&D.
This is kind of like D&D.
Well, it's not D&D. It's kind of Sonic the Hedgehog.
But it's the greatest. I mean, you played it today.
Well, it's not D&D. It's hedgehogs.
Well, we made up new characters for it as our original fan characters.
OC characters, basically.
Yep. One was named Zach. The other one was Tails with a Z. And the other one was named Pixels with a Z.
Who basically told people his name was Zach with a C and Jabba the Hutt.
So, just to give you some light, here are the characters.
So which is which?
I think this is Zach. Right here. This is Tails with a Z.
Why does he look like an inmate?
Because that's what you said.
No, I didn't. You made him an inmate.
Well, he acted like one. And this is Pixels with a Z.
Why is Tails with a Z still an inmate? He shouldn't be.
Actually, your expression here does carry out.
What did I do wrong? Look.
No, it's like... Oh, bye!
And then you got Robbie, who looks like Brandon. He really does look like Brandon with a it's like Brandon Chew with the ponytail with the ponytail and everything.
Okay, so as Brandon never did for you guys, I'm gonna read you their stats because at least that will give you some idea what these.
And then you can tell
are.
them what happened in the game.
Yes, Robbie's character, who was named Zach, only had the strength of 4, speed of 3, airtime 2, abilities. Attack power, climb, and he had 15 rings and ended only with 9 this round.
What happened to all your rings, Robbie?
They were taken by my teammates.
One of them you actually lost.
You did lose that fair and square being rolling a 2.
Yeah.
His fur color is purple. He's only 15 years old. He's a male Ichiana. His birthday is February 23rd. He's about 6 foot high. He weighs over 236 pounds. No wonder. I think I drew him fatter than he should be.
Because he can't wait to eat.
And his additional family was turned into robots during Robotnik's era.
It's because he outran them.
And he remembers them. Yeah, he remembers the past. So, he's no wonder he's out there trying to do good service. Because he wants to get back his family.
Oh, I feel so sad.
You think he would actually be rejoiceful knowing his family was going to probably come back when he heard the robots. But no.
I feel so sad now. That Bobby's doing something kind and sensitive, unlike Sans, who ended up selling his butt for sex.
And then running off.
With the first man that he'd marry him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now Tails with a Z. This is Russ's character. His strength is 2, speed 3, airtime 4. He can fly, spin dash, and a spin attack. Why do you not use any of those? You just kept on using sticks and objects.
Because they were more awesome.
Okay, he started with 15 rings, and now he has 24 rings.
That's awesome.
His fur color is brown. He's only 12 years old. He's a male fox. I wanted to say hedgehog, but it's a fox. He was born on 9/11. He's about 3 foot tall. He weighs over 440 pounds. And as Russ once said, he wears a prison shirt.
He wears a prison shirt, not the whole attire.
His family disowned him. Explains a lot.
No,
And
they
he
didn't.
doesn't remember his past. He's emo.
Yes.
Now,
He
my
writes songs about
character.
it.
Now, my character I wrote was Pixels with Z. Strength of 2, speed 5, airtime 2, ability spin dash, leap, attack. And she started with 15 rings, only 16 rings after the game ended. She's a bright pink hedgehog with candy corn stripes. Yeah, stripes. She's 16 years old. She's a female. She's a hedgehog. She was born November 5th. She's only 4 feet tall. She weighs about 50 pounds. She wears a cute red and white dress. She lives with her family, so that means they're all safe. She does remember what happened during Robotnik's taking over, but she doesn't care about it because everyone she loved was safe. So she's pretty much there for no apparent reason.
Community service for the good of the city.
Probably, yeah. So our story begins with Sally marching on to the brand new world of Robotropis after the defeat of Eggman.
Why?
Oh, Robotnik. Why? Because when everyone wanted... Oh, for a second there, I thought I broke it.
You broke it again?
I thought it because I felt the horn. I was like, oh, I broke it. Oh, that would have been funny. It was like...
No, when I glued it together.
Oh, sorry, guys. Out of interlog. Eggman was defeated due to Sonic going to jail. Blah, blah, blah. Issue 50. You can go read it. So, Sally marches on to a new world as she tells everyone where to go. And because of Tails with Z wouldn't shut up.
Why?
Because he was annoyed
Why?
with her.
Why? That's what got him into trouble.
You see this lovely example right here? That's why. Or maybe it's because Brandon didn't show up. See, Brandon, this is your fault. It's on camera. I'm gonna blame you, Brandon.
Forever, yes.
So, she decided to put the pink hedgehog, the Itchiana, and the fox together as Team C.
Because they weren't Team D.
She sent them to the library to clean up. However, she says, please do not lose your communicators, and tells her as he totally threw it. Please remember that when we go back into it.
Oh, he found it later.
Yeah, but anyways, they start marching off to the library. They look at a place and they couldn't tell if that was a library or not because they forgot to ask her and she's already busy doing other stuff. Sorry, I'm yawning. It's pretty late.
Robbie forgot to ask. He's the leader.
Actually, the pink hedgehog girl was.
But we're the player character, so it has to be me or Robbie. So it'd be Robbie who should have fault.
Ah, sure.
Robbie. What do you have to say about your failure in leadership again?
It could be worse.
Brandon could have done it.
Yeah.
And failed the 10-second rule about where to ask.
Yes, there's a 10-second rule. Horrible.
I think it's great.
So,
I can get everything done in 10 seconds.
So as a fast pace, the Tails was told Robbie to go inside. Robbie went inside, realized it was too dark and too things, so he came back out saying, "Is this really the library?" Tails Wizzy said, "I'm not sure." He starts reading and it says, "Libif."
Library.
Library.
Library. Say it together. Library. Library. You're just upset. You can't do it right. Robbie, go get that eraser.
Anyways. What happens
Wait,
next
see what
is
went.
they all chose to go inside. Tails and Z got lost. Actually, no. What happens is Robbie, got caught in a tentacle wrap.
He got tentacle raped.
I almost wound up like Paul.
Was Paul tentacle raped?
No. With the way it wrapped around my neck and everything, it almost hanged me. You were trying to get to hang me.
If you were like Paul, you would have had a bag over your head and your pants around your ankles.
Oh, wow, that's really...
Remember, if you're gonna say like Paul, make sure you do the description correctly.
Well, anyways,
And then Seth
the
will say
pink
it's your
hedgehog
mom's
girl
fault.
tries saving him. However, she got caught into it too, loosely.
She did it with a spin dash.
Yes, and failed
Mm-hmm.
miserably. So Tails of Z was just walking around, still looking around, picks a few wires, didn't care about it. Then found a room of the library. He takes a robot symbol flag.
Flagpole with a flag of Robotnik.
Yes, wraps around his neck and now calls himself Superman. Then he takes his flagpole and goes to shove it at Robbie.
Hey, it worked. It pushed him, used his weight to my advantage, and made him break the hold in the roof.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I'm so little. Robbie's like God knows how many pounds. I'm not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Anyways.
And then he gets upset that I'm poking him with us, taking his rings.
Oh, true.
That's just a benefit.
True, it is. But eventually he does get them down so they can march on their way to another place. However, Tails with Z came to a stop where he found a badnik. Now, the badnik was literally spewing out oil. Tails with Z saying, "Will you be my friend if I fix you up?" The badnik couldn't say a word, so Tails with Z snapped his neck. So real blood starts flowing out. And mortified the group.
Not Tails with a Z.
Mortified the group.
Mortifying the group is when he put the blood on his face like Indian war paint.
Mortified the group. So,
That's what Wendigos do.
as the Ichiana and the Hedgehog was just talking about what was going on with Tails and Z, Tails and Z ran off all the way, leaving those two behind, so they actually had to go deal with their own. And as they ran around, they realized they were trapped with walls. Walls kept on coming behind them, walls kept on coming forward.
Shifting walls.
Yes. And Robbie's character, Zach, picked up a book called Labyrinth.
Like his Halloween costume he wanted to buy.
Ironic.
So Tails of Z found a kind of like a hidden library, and he ended up picking up some of the books, but came to one book that actually had a wire. So he followed the wire to a place, and he jabbed his stick right into it. Then he hears screaming, and oil is on this thing. So he keeps doing it for a while until a door opened on the side next to it with the bookcase. He goes inside and realizes there's a big, huge computer things all torn up because of him, without even realizing it.
That's awesome.
No, you damaged half the fucking computers.
It's not my fault. They were hidden behind a door and scared me.
12 years old, he understands rings. Scared of sounds.
Books scare him. They have knowledge.
So he messed around with all the machines. And he came to a machine that actually turned on the computer and blah blah, and actually showed a screen of the Ichiana and the pink hedgehog suffocating because the Ichiana kept on taking up too much room.
To get a ring out of that.
Yes, she got a ring but lost one.
Yeah, the girl hasn't lost one.
No, I mean, he got a ring lost, but we didn't pick it up.
Yes. Hear that, Robbie?
So, in due respect, the Ichiana decided to punch the wall. He punched it and failed. Punches again. It does some damage, but still failing. The Ichiana realized there was someone inside. He called for help. He didn't care. Blah, blah, blah. So,
Who was that someone?
Tails with a Z!
That's right. He didn't care. He just misunderstood.
So Tails with a Z looked around and found a box. The first time he tried unpicking it, because it was trapped behind a bar cage, he failed. So he tries again, and opens it and found a key. So he looks around and finds a little slot hole, opens it, and it shows a button saying stop everything. And it worked, however it played music, which Tails Wizzy hated.
Cause it was disco.
Everybody, move your feet, na na na. Anyways, he turns it off and restarted the whole thing. Even when the fire started coming down to the hedgehog and the Ichiana, I mean, they were literally going to die because of this.
You know, you're just an Ichiana and a hedgehog. You don't even got a name yet, Robbie.
Anyways, I'm a bit tired, can you tell?
Yes.
They're probably enjoying this.
Oh, yes.
Anyways, do I sound drunk?
Yes.
Yay! Achievement unlocked. Sleepy drunk.
Robbie sounds drunk, too. While he's picking his butthole. Behind the camera. You find anything back there?
No, I'm just...
You're picking your butthole.
I'm not picking it.
What is it, digging in it?
No.
Anyways, what I was saying. They got out of there and went to the library. Tails told Robbie that he had to clean up because that was a deal if he got him out of the tentacles, which I forgot to talk about. But Robbie Wizzy was about to until they got a call from Princess Sally telling them that they were needed because they found the more robots. But they weren't just robots, they were robot-sized Mobians. And they didn't know where they were going, so Zach...
Why? Because Robbie didn't ask.
Yes. So Zach decided to recall Sally. It worked. You know, he got a hold of her. However, when she was going to tell him, she got cut off. So they went with what Tails Wizzy wanted to go do.
Loot.
Well,
Them
actually,
all.
no,
I
that,
took him.
actually no, that didn't happen. He wanted that, but Robbie character Zach said we should go to the base. So we all went to the base.
And I picked up my dead bird.
Yes, his dead bird
Yes.
was a badnik.
So it's his only friend.
His only friend, who's dead.
Yes.
And they say, and he says EXE is worse.
He hasn't got EXE worse yet. He just defended himself.
Oh, Robbie, hear that? Not yet.
This is game 1, Robbie.
So,
There's at least potentially 2 more weeks of this.
What happens
better
next?
show up.
Oh gosh.
I need to share my pain.
So what happens next is they got to the Freedom Buyers base because that's where Robbie's character Zach kept on saying that we should go to the base. The base is totally destroyed. There's only ink everywhere.
And I don't know what the ink is because I don't read the comics.
They're not even in the comics. That's totally new.
Oh, wow.
So ink is everywhere. And Tails Rizzy kept on playing around with his friend. I'm going to say friend, right?
Just because he's living in Paris doesn't mean it's still not his friend. It can't be his friend.
Good. So, that leaves Zach literally saying what is going on here.
And Tails' vote was to go loot them all.
Yes. And then the Hedgehog girl says, let's go see Eggman's base. So they all agreed and pick up and ran to it without even knowing that the frog was coming in. And they hear a laughter in the wind.
Oh, I didn't care. I get to loot something.
Yeah. That's the end.
So, how were you happy with the way your game went?
I'm actually in shock how it went.
What are you shocked about?
I didn't expect it to be this fun.
What about Robbie?
I enjoyed it. I just hope Brian shows up so I can share my pain.
How are you going to share your pain?
You?
Hey, Robbie?
You
Robbie?
can bug Brandon instead of me.
Robbie?
Mm.
You guys can say you're going to bug him. However, who's he going to really deal with? Me.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Why are you making it like it's a bad thing? You should be lucky you're leader now.
No,
Brandon will be
I
your
don't-
subordinate.
I don't want to be leader.
Too bad you're leader.
You are. You've been leading the first session. In which case makes you leader of the next session.
God damn it.
Hey,
Hey,
it's
Robbie?
Big Zach.
Oh,
Robbie,
God
if
damn
it made you feel better,
Mhm.
the pink hedgehog girl was supposed to lead, but you didn't let her lead.
She couldn't lead anyway. She was the Game Master's character.
Yes, but she was trying to help.
She can help, but she can't lead. That's the thing.
Mm.
It's nice that because being the judge and leader at the same time, but you can't, because then it takes a player's ability of making choices away.
True, but I was hoping to set this character up for Brandon.
Brandon wouldn't want to be a female.
Too bad, he is.
You need to make Brandon something that he feel proud of.
He didn't show up tonight.
A roboticized, supersonic Brandon.
He didn't show up tonight.
Maybe you should make him into super.
Okay, how about this? I'll do a poll on the Wasteland TV. You guys can vote for what Brandon's character should be. Because we know he doesn't check his Facebook. So, please vote if it should be a female or a male. Yeah.
So you're gonna vote to see if Brandon's a male or he's a female.
Yes, in game.
Depending on what mood he's in, he can be really bitchy, which will put him in female naturally, or obtuse like.
Yeah, but
Which
this
is
is vote by people. And he said we were supposed to make the character for him.
Maybe we should have him vote to see what type of character he is.
I say female.
He can be a female hedgehog. Robbie's gonna probably put in female echidna, so then he has someone to love.
I hate you.
Maybe he can do an echidna named Ramon,
God damn it.
and he knows Nijusto,
Okay, enough.
and he breaks bricks with his fist.
Why not?
Or Robbie can hang out with Bonnie the rabbit. She's a librarian that they found trapped. Or he can fight Monster Mike, a roboticized half robot, half hybrided griffin-like creature of many creatures put together. And he's really a bird with a huge pecker.
Okay, enough. I think we've gotten off track here.
What? Mike's got
Any
a big
more
nose.
questions? Because I'm tired of having the camera staring at me.
It's not staring at you. It's watching you. Watching you. Watching. So what are you gonna do, Robbie? Next week as leader.
I have no fucking clue.
You gotta make decisions. Practice in the mirror.
Robbie, what's going on in your surroundings? All you know is what?
Look at that, Robbie. She's in the forest zone. Now you go a little further back. Bring it closer. Look at that. Pretty awesome, huh? So any last words for next week to tell the people?
We're not waiting for Brandon again. Period.